Okay guys, here's a little baby step tutorial for getting a guitar signal into your DAW. So for this little test I will use my Alpha guitar Mako Elite. It's a beautiful guitar and it's made in Leeds in UK. So Alpha guitar, check them out. Goes into my little pedal board. Nothing, well, there's a lot of fancy stuff on there, but I mean nothing unusual. So a couple of pedals and a very cheap Harley Benton looper that does the job perfectly. So from the pedal board it goes straight into the Fender Princeton. No 4-cable method, just straight from the output of the pedals into the amp. And then in front of the amp I got an SM57. I think the most common used guitar microphone, and it does the job really well. XLR of the microphone goes into the interface, the USB audio interface. This is an old Steinberg UR22. I'm sure there's better and newer versions of interfaces now. The PreSonus ones are quite cheap stuff. This one does the job perfectly. It doesn't need a power supply because it takes its power from the computer. You can see the USB cable coming out of the interface, and that goes straight into the Mac, into my laptop, and that laptop actually gives power current to the interface. That's it. This is the whole studio environment. So after that, now here's another of Alpha Guitar's beautiful creatures. From that it goes into the computer, as I said, and I use Logic on this one. So there you go. I will launch up the software, DAW. Okay, it asks me what it wants to do. Do what I want to do with multi-track. I mean, offers some standard templates. I'll just use an empty project. There you go, empty project. And then it asks me, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to create some tracks? Yes, of course, otherwise I can't record anything. I want an audio track. It comes from input 1. There's only one input used now. The Steinberg has got 2 inputs, as you can see. I use this one, don't use that one, so it's input 1, makes sense. It recognized the interface, as you can see, input device Steinberg UR22, and the output device is the same. So that's it, I don't have to do anything. It's also already recognized what's hooked up to the computer. So I've created one track now. I have to make sure that the input for that track, which is here, input, is input 1, and it already says it's input 1. So there's my track on the screen there. So there you go. I'm now tapping the microphone, as you can see. There you go. So signal goes into the DAW, and that's it. So if I arm this track, arming this track means putting it record enable. So this means that everything that comes in to input 1 will get recorded on this track the moment I start recording with the DAW. So track 1 is armed. I could change the name into guitar, but I only have one hand free, so I can't do that. So if I start recording now in the DAW, this track that was armed will record whatever is coming in through input 1. So I just whack the guitar strings. You can see the meters going up. And the signal is actually quite low. So I will make it bigger. And you can see there, we've got some audio signal coming in. I'm tapping the microphone now. You can see those taps are more obvious than the guitar signal. I'll stop the recording, and that's what I recorded.